Hey guys, Julie here from Julie Aaron Designs. I wanted to do a video today to sort of demystify categories and collections on Zazzle. So I know a lot of people kind of get confused about categories versus collections and how you should use them in your Zazzle store. So I do recommend using both categories and collections in your Zazzle store. It's just a really good way to organize your shop and to make it look really professional and to help others as well as yourself find things in your store and stay organized. So I just want to quickly go over the difference between categories and collections to start off. So categories are basically how your store is organized. So this is my public storefront here. So you can't actually see, you can see these categories that I've set up here, but I'm just going to go into the store management, and you can see here under categories, I've got all these categories that I set up here. Now this is completely up to you how you want to set up your categories. I've kind of just mimicked here similar to what they have in their departments with just a few sort of minor adjustments. And you can also see here that I've set up subcategories, and I think there's like 3 or 4 subcategories you can even go down to. So you could have, you know, under cases, you could have cases, cell phone cases, and then you could have iPhone cases beneath that, or however kind of niched down you want to get your categories. So I definitely recommend setting up these categories. You should probably start setting them up when you start your store, but I know that a lot of people don't really realize that you should be setting up your categories. So there's a couple of ways you can create new categories, and I'm going to show you that. So you can go here, add new category, and that's going to set up a new like first level category, or you can set up a category underneath another one of your other categories. So you can see that you can go down several levels. You could also go into one of your categories here and then go to add new category, and it's already under the gifting supplies there, and then it's gonna automatically pull the thumbnail here, and we want to clear that actually because you don't want it to have the same thumbnail as the previous category. So when you create a new one, just beware, you're going to want to clear the category thumbnail and possibly give it its own thumbnail, but we can go into that later. So the other way that you can create categories is on the product pages themselves. So if we look at a product, just gonna go into like this product here. So let's say we're like creating a new product. Just gonna go like that and then sell it. So here there's store category. So if you didn't have a category for this particular item, it might just automatically grab one at like the first one here. So you're going to want to hit that clear button and then hit new. And then you can also add the category underneath another category if you want. Give it a name, give it a thumbnail, or leave that for later. And then you've created a new category. So I'll just quickly demonstrate that. So category, and then it's created it accessory sticker. Now I don't want this, I'm just going to exit out of here, but that's another way that you can create your categories. Now if you haven't set up any categories yet for your store, but you already have a bunch of products, don't worry, we can get around that. So say that you created all these wrapping papers and they don't have a category set yet. So you can go to wrapping paper. You could search it, or you could use the departments to get down to all your wrapping papers. And then you can go to select all, actions, set store category. So there, it's going to let you choose wrapping paper. And now all the ones on this page are going to be in that wrapping paper category. So when I say this page, yeah, you do need to go to each page and select all actions, set store category, and add them to wrapping paper. So, I mean, that's another way that you can like change around your categories if you don't like how they're already set up, or create new categories and organize all of your products into these categories. So another good reason to have these categories, other than helping people to find your products, is so you can keep track of your own products. So, you know, if you come in here and you realize you only have, like, for example, for this one, I don't even have any USB drives here. I thought I totally did, but I don't know why it says wrapping paper. Oh, I see. Never mind. Okay, so if I come back out of department, then you can see the one USB drive that I've created, and that kind of looks silly, so maybe I need to go in and create a whole line of these USB chargers and USB drives, I mean, and just fill in this category. And it kind of just gives you, like, at a glance, like, what all you have in your store, what you might be missing, you know, where you could fill in the gaps here to kind of flesh out your shop. Now that also depends on your niche. So if you have like a niche store where you're just selling all like baby clothes or all like wedding stuff, you'll just keep all these categories consistent with that niche. So you might have like wedding invitations, you know, RSVP cards, stuff for the wedding day, like that kind of stuff, and have them all in categories, just to keep them really organized. Now, if you want your categories to show on your home page here, you can see on my storefront here, I've got my categories here showing up on the first page, and I've created these custom images for them in Canva, actually. I definitely recommend doing that, but you could just set up something really basic to start with. So the way that you're going to do that is to come back to all categories. Now you can see here, these ones that have images are the ones that are showing up on my storefront. So I've got all these different categories, but I don't want them all showing up on my storefront. I only want certain ones, and I want to be able to switch them up. Like I might, you know, switch them up for holidays or whatever, depending on what's trending, what's selling, etc. So that's where you're going to come in and like click on it and then hit edit, and then you're going to edit this category thumbnail. And once that has been done and you've set up a few that way, you need to come into your settings for the specific store. So I'm on my Julian Designs store, so you might have excuse me, you might have multiple stores, so you're going to want to do this for each store. So advanced settings, and then you can see here I've got nothing under hidden sections. I've got them all under visible sections. So when you set up your store at the beginning, I'm pretty sure they'd all be under hidden, or there might be a couple here, like these latest products created, latest products sold, but you're not going to have the categories. So you're going to want to have your categories and collections and move them over, and this is like the order that they're going to show up on your page. So once you've added categories here as a visible section, then you can then they will show up, those ones that you put an image for, and you can like move these around. Yeah, so there was one other thing I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, products. Go back to the categories. You can also move them around, like move the order. So you can actually like drag them around, and so now you can see apparel is there. And when I go back to my categories, apparel has moved down here. So that's how you can organize these. If you don't want them all in like alphabetical order, then you can change the order of these categories. So I guess that's kind of a good overview of categories. Let's just get into collections. Collections are a little bit easier. So to create a new collection, it's super easy. You put the name, some tags and stuff like that is a good idea to do. Default store, you should do that. So I'll create a category for you, and you can see here I've got my categories set up as like the product type, but I've also got some categories that are related to the design as well. So I've got some categories that are just the product, and then I've got other ones that might be like, where's an example here? I had one that was like just the design. Where is this one? Oh yeah, like this paw print pattern. So every single product in this category is like this same pattern in different colors, or you could have it all be one color. Those guys don't really belong in there. But anyway, so you can see that I've set that up that way. And another way you could think about collections is if you have like a whole product suite, like a bunch of products that go together. So say that you had like a birthday party collection, and you've got, you know, plates and napkins and like a table runner and party hats and all that kind of stuff that all matches. You'd want to put all of that into a collection so that it's easier for people to find all of the matching products that go with that, because you can see here if I click on this design, so if I'm shopping and I've clicked onto this sticker design here, and let's say it has a bunch of matching products, you can see my collection is under, like on the same page underneath. So if the person scrolls down, they'll see all of the matching products that might go with this particular product. So you definitely want to have your products in collections. And I also recommend setting up like the banner for your collections and going into edit and adding these tags and description. And it's really important to do that because recently I've noticed that if you click here on this trending, you've got these like featured designers. And if you go into here, like this is someone's collection actually. So it's linking directly to her collection here. And she's got this Mother's Day collection. I noticed that she doesn't have the banner, but a lot of the other ones seem to be set up with like banners. So I would just take note of that. Oh, this one's actually going to her homepage. So I guess it's kind of a mix here. But, oh, here we go. Like this is coconut pattern. So she's got like every single product here with the coconut pattern on it, which is super cute. So if somebody likes this pattern, they can click on this and find every single product that she's made with this pattern on it. And it's all in this collection. So that's really great. And another great thing about the collections is you can share them to Pinterest. And even though you can only see the one image here, it will actually show this sort of little carousel. So if you go here, it's actually going to show this image instead, and you can actually change this, and you could embed this on a website and it'll look like this as well. So if you want to add your products to like your blog or something, this is the kind of a cute way to show like more than just one product at a time. You can see there's like 4 little ones there. So yeah, that's another really great use of collections, and I definitely recommend setting those up. So sorry, there was just one other thing that I missed under categories that I wanted to talk about. So you can see here my first level categories with the images like we talked about that are showing up on the homepage. However, you can also, this is like my public storefront. When someone clicks on that, I've also got subcategories with images as well. So if you click on that, it's going to bring you to that product type. And you set those up the same way as the other top level categories. However, like those sub-level category images are not going to show up on your homepage. So if you like whatever subcategories that you want to showcase, you can add the images in the same way, and then that'll make them show up here on your product page. So yeah, anyway, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about collections and categories today. If you have any other questions or something wasn't 100% clear, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll try to help you as best I can. Also check out my website, JrXEBq.com, for lots of other print-on-demand tutorials. And yeah, give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. I have lots of other print-on-demand tutorials and videos coming up in the future. So yeah, stay tuned and thanks for watching. Cheers.